is that you're going to be getting your governor's consent, which is like the right of occupancy of that land, which is going to be signed by the governor itself. You get the idea now. So if you're getting land under the certificate of occupancy and you want to perfect your title on that land, instead of getting another certificate of occupancy on the land, initially I already said if you buy a land with certificate of occupancy and that person has been using that land before the next 9 years expires, you're having some years left. So getting to call those years exactly what the governor's consent, which protects you against any other. He's like the second in command to getting certificate of occupancy. Do you get the idea now? And one other property, one other title that is very, very important. I won't call it title per se. In real estate is survey. So what a survey looks like is just like a map. Survey is basically like a map that shows the coordination of the land, that is the boundaries of the land. Oh, this land is located at so place, and the coordination goes from X to Y, from Y to Z, from Z to L. It is it's 100 by 20, it's 20 by 100, it's 100 by 50, it's 60 by 120. So basically, survey plan shows you like the map of that land, of that plot, of that property, the boundaries of that property. And where survey plans come into place the most is that before you get a property, even before asking for, okay, does the property has certificate of occupancy, does the property has governor's consent, or what's the title of this property? It's very, very important that you take the survey plan to the Ministry of Lands, to do what they call charting. So what charting means is that when you take the survey plan to the Ministry of Land, and the Ministry of Land, when they place it on the official charts, and it is discovered that, okay, this land that you want to buy, is there any government acquisition on it? Does the government have plan for this particular plot of land that you want to get? Is this land free from government encumbrances? Is this land free from government acquisition? Can you use this land? Oh, does this land not fall in between a proposed road for the government in future, either a federal road or a state road? Is this land free from setback? Okay. For example, now the coastal road that was being constructed in Lagos, before the construction of the coastal road, a lot of houses, a lot of buildings, a lot of businesses were demolished in that axis when the construction of the coastal road started. Now, guess what? As of last week, another news was released that 15 kilometers to the coastal road needs to be cleared of to provide service lanes, to provide bicycle lanes. That is, houses and businesses between 15 kilometers to the coastal road, we actually get affected. Which initially, from the beginning, I'm sure, when they actually go to the Ministry of Land to go and conduct their research, they were being told that this land or this particular piece of land that you want to get, the government has planned for it. This particular piece of land that you want to get is by the roadside. And the government might decide to say, okay, they want to expand the road in future. You'll be affected. But some people, we Nigerians, we don't take the government as serious as they actually take certain things. That's to say, people within 15 kilometers to the coastal road, starting from probably next month, they start clearing them off. They start demolishing houses. So the survey plan is what you take to the Ministry of Land to go and conduct charting, to see if that land is actually free from government acquisition, to see if that land does not have any if the government does not have any provision for that land in the future, which protects you, the buyer. So that's why today, when many people are saying, the government collected my land, blah, 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 the government demolished your house, some of them, they're actually guilty. Why? Because they didn't take their time to go and make proper research of what the plan the government asked for the land. They believe that this is Nigeria, they can do and undo things and then they will just get away with it. So that's why survey actually matters. That's why survey matters. And also, another reason why survey matters is that when you get a survey plan, you will see the coordination and the location of the land on the top of the survey. Now, imagine you as a realtor, a buyer comes to you and tell you they want to get a particular land, and you went to check the land, and the location of the land does not match the location that is on the survey. Survey for the particular land that you'll be taken to. And if you still continue with that transaction, you know that you are what? You're putting yourself in trouble. So most importantly, your certificate of occupancy, your governor's consent, your survey, they are very, very important when doing any real estate transaction. Very, very important when doing any real estate transaction. So under the survey, you have the registered survey, which is signed to by the Surveyor General of the state, and also you have the provisional survey, which is done by a licensed surveyor. These are what people actually get. So when you are buying a property with go with your norms, your client, aside getting their deed of assignment, they're actually going to be getting a provisional copy of their survey. That is provisional copy of the land that has been allocated to them. So mind you, listening to this, don't miscommunicate information to your client and tell them, oh, you will get a survey of the land. No. What they're going to be getting is a survey of your own plots that have been allocated to you. This is the provisional survey copy of your own plot that has been allocated to you inside the estate, inside the property at which you are going to be buying. Because we've seen this in many cases whereby sometimes they come to us and tell us, oh, I've not been given the registered survey copy. I've not been given my registered survey copy of the whole estate. No, you're not going to get in that. You're not the one that bought the property. It's the company that owns the property, and only the company has the access to that kind of document. So what you're going to be getting is you're going to be getting your provisional survey. That shows that, okay, this is your own plot too. You got 3 plots with us, and on the survey you're going to be saying it there. The 3 plots, 1,500 square meters or 1,005 point something square meters. Coordination A to so plot A, plot B, block D. Those are the information, and it's going to be signed. You're going to be having a plan number and everything below, and it's going to be signed by the Surveyor General. So that's what survey generally does. It shows boundaries. It's like a map. It marks out location. Which takes us to another important document, which is deed of assignment. Many people today, they carry out real estate transactions with just receipts, and they believe, oh, yeah, the real estate transaction is perfect. Yes, receipt is also part of it, but then if you're going to the real estate transaction that doesn't have deed of assignment, I bet it's you. You're setting a trap for yourself. Why? Because deed of assignment is like the official document that transfers the ownership of that property from the buyer to the seller. From the seller to the buyer. Sorry. So I guess the deed of assignment is going to be including the name of the buyer, the name of the seller, the address of the seller, the address of the buyer, the provisions of the property that the person is actually going to be getting. You're getting a plot, you're getting 2 plots, you're getting 3 plots, an hectare. These are the things that are going to be included in the deed of assignment. The amount that was paid. The provisions that the land must be used for. If the residential estate is going to be listed, if the agricultural estate is going to be listed there. So basically, deed of assignment transfers rights, ownership rights. It transfers ownership rights from the buyer. Your client is entitled to deed of assignment. So you're not getting a copy of the deed of assignment. So basically, we have a system whereby immediately your client makes payments, and they'll be sending your subscription link, and they've registered, and the subscription has been approved. If they've already paid outrightly, they're going to be getting their deed of assignment in less than 14 days. They will send them the copy, they sign it, they send us back the signed copy, and then we process the physical copy in less than a month. They're going to be getting their property. They're going to be getting their deed of assignment. Nice, maybe to them or the people about our office in Lagos. Also, this will bring me to the second, just like another document that is similar to deed of assignment, which is contract of sales. Now, if your client is making payments in installments, because we at Algorithm Unknowns, we allow clients to actually make instrumental payments. People that just spread their payments across 6 months, 3 months, 12 months. So what they're going to be getting from us, legal document going to be getting from us, as at that moment, is going to be contract of sales. So contract of sales basically is like a document that says, okay, so and so the purchaser got probably a 2 plot of land where to go with their notes, and that for the period of 6 months, the purchaser has agreed to pay the balance for the period of 6 months. And I've started paying from so date to so date, so amount at which we, the seller, actually acknowledge receipt. Do you get the idea of what contract of sales is now? So contract of sales is basically like an agreement that says, okay, from so month to so month, then I have to pay also. So that document, your client going to be getting their instrumental payment. So when they complete their payments, that's when we process their assignments. Because we've seen situations whereby some clients will make initial deposit of any of our properties, and they start saying my deed of assignment. No, my deed is going to get a deed of assignment. You're going to be getting is going to be your contract of sales. So far I've mentioned about 4 documents: certificate of occupancy, governor's consent, your survey, which is either your provisional survey or registered survey, the deed of assignment, and 5, a contract of sale. So I'm asking, are there any other documents? Yes. In some situations, please, if you can't hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know in the chat, please. In some situations, court judgments can still be accepted as part of documents that can be used to court or in real estate. Court judgment, that is probably in the past, situations whereby families are fighting over the land, and then the court then give a final judgment that awarded that particular land to a particular family, so that they are the rightful owner. Yes, that court judgment can actually be used also to prove that, okay, the person that is selling the land to you is actually the rightful owner of the land. So yes, court judgment also works. But then if you are getting a property, either be it landed property, be it a building, most important thing by getting a deed of assignment, and also getting a survey. Getting a survey that you can take to the Ministry of Lands to go and conduct charting, to go and conduct research. So that takes us to one minute, please. That takes us to other questions that people ask. Other legal questions that people ask. Some people might ask and be like, oh, when I'm not buying my land, am I the one that's supposed to perfect title on the land? Yes. We've seen that question most times. It's covered generally. But that plot that has been allocated to you, you might decide that, okay, I said some clients ask that, will I be the one to perfect the title of my land? Initially, I was saying that when a land has C of O, okay, for example, Eden Crescent, one of our properties, has C of O. This C of O covers the entire property that we have. That entire estate, C of O covers that entire estate. Now, you've been allocated your plots. You now want to perfect the title of that plot that has been allocated to you. You are going to be the one that is going to be responsible for any charges, for any documentation, for any fee that's going to be collected by the Ministry of Land to perfect the title of your land. Why? Because your plot has been allocated to you. So even though we have a general COA that covers the land, so you can still say, okay, I want to perfect the title of my land. Okay, I'm not going to get CFO, but I want to get governors funded to perfect the title of my land. Yes, you can do that, and you are going to be responsible. Can you please move your mic? Thank you very much. You're going to be responsible for the cost, for the charges that is going to take you. You can understand now. So that's one regular question that people ask. Also, most people ask, is this land not under government acquisition? So in the process of taking your survey to the Ministry of Land to go and conduct research, they're going to get to know if that land is actually under government acquisition. Now, if your land is under government acquisition, or if the land they are selling to someone is under government acquisition, I bet you are looking for a problem. You're looking for a problem because in the future, the government can come and tell you to pack up the land or come and demolish your building. So that's why research is very, very important when dealing in real estate. Also, your deed of assignment, it is very, very important that when you get a deed of assignment, you read in between the lines. When you get a contract, you read in between the lines. Why? Because there are some hidden clauses that might be hidden inside this contract that might actually affect you that might affect your ownership, even after you have made complete payments. That's why I see people, I just check my people that buy properties worth billions and they can't even pay 10% of that of the property that they bought to a lawyer to help them verify if the property they're actually buying actually right or not. In fact, it's asking people court cases, this and that, and stuff like that. So in conclusion, there's an official publications that states if land that has been acquired before and given back to the original owners. This is what is called Gazette. So that for example, your family owns like a large portion of land, and the government comes and says that, oh, this particular land, we want you family to build a school, to build a university, to build probably an industrial hub or something like that. It has been marked for that kind of purpose, and the land that is taken away from your family. And later in the future, the government decides, another government comes in and says, okay, you're not using this particular location again, you're in another location. Now, when the process at which that land has been given back to you is going to be made official in a government publication, which is known as Gazette. So that's the process at which the land is being given back to its rightful owners. So these are things that you actually need to know. Also, we see situations of people saying, oh, does receipt qualifies as a document to buying a land? No, receipt does not qualify as a document. Receipt is just saying you paid so amount to so person for so quality or quantity of plot of land. A receipt does not qualify as an official document for you to be the rightful owner of that land. If you are getting a land and you're not getting your deed of assignment, you are wrong. You are very, 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 very wrong. I think my time is up. So I'll be sharing the slide. I'm sharing the slide with the moderator. She's going to be sharing it with you guys. And in case you have any question, you can also I will give time for questions now before we come to the end of this call. If you have questions, please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you so much. And now, if you have any questions, please type them out in your. Hi, Rosemary. Please type your question out in the chat box.
Okay,
before
Rosemary.
we take questions, we're going to have Mr. Emmanuel, please, your mic is still on. Yeah. So before we take questions and answers, because I know we have a lot of questions already. I mean, this is right? So, Mr. Stephen, are you able to speak at the moment?
All right. Good evening.
Mr. Stephen Oladejo, the floor is yours.
I don't know. Can you hear me? Since my network was
Yes, you can hear
doing too
you.
much. All right. Sorry. Please, can you come again with what you said?
All right. So, um, I would like you to share with us, just a brief testimonial about how you made sales, how you've made sales, right? So please share with us. We are eager to hear from you.
All right. Thank you very much. So my name is Oladejo Steven. I do finance, I do Web3, and I do real estate. All right. So my journey with Go Realty and Homes, I think I joined the Gose Titan. That was 2024, but I was not active on the group. I was not active. So somehow, though real estate is something I've been wanting to go into that I want to do. I have a whole lot of plans for it. So I was not active. So somehow, 2025 after service year, I needed to go back into real estate and all of those things. So I began to um, join the classes on the platform, the old classes, weekly weekly product knowledge. I joined, I begin to learn and all of those things. Anytime I see somebody post sales on the platform, I will reach out to the person. I will ask, good evening, sir. Please can you share with me one or two things that you do in order for you to be able to make sales? There was a time there was an incentive program there. There was somebody who won 1 million naira, 500,000 naira, and the likes. I entered the DM. Good evening, ma. How you doing? Please, can you share with me how were you able to become the first position to win this money and all of those things? So I was asking questions. I was curious. I also wanted to do something amazing with real estate. So I was learning. I was so intentional about it, and I was asking so many questions. But at the same time, I was procrastinating. I was not taking actions. I was just learning, I was taking in, and I'm not taking any actions. But on a fateful day, the head of sales of Gority, Mr. Joe, he just dropped a message on the platform and was like, take this message and send out cold DMs. And on that fateful afternoon, I just picked up the write-up and I begin to send to my contacts. I begin to send. I was just sending with the image. I was just sending. And before you know, by night, some places begins to ask, can you tell me more about the property? Tell you more. So I was surprised. So I will share what I know. Can you tell me more about the property? I will tell. Can you tell me about the property? And I see that people are asking regarding these things and all of those things that I've been procrastinating. And that was the change for me. That was the change. So immediately I begin to send out code DMs. So I was reaching out, I was following up and all of those things. And boom, first sales comes in. Is this how it works? And before you know, I put in so much intentionality into it, so much work, putting out little content, posting on my WhatsApp status, letting people know that I'm not into real estate and all of those things. Are you getting it? I reach out, and before you know, sales now becomes something that is coming in every month and all of those things. So it's just about intentionality and putting in the work. Every of the things you are learning, do not procrastinate about it. Just put them into use. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, I did just add this to what yeah, thank you so much, sir. So just add this to what Miracle already said. Mr. Miracle already said in the beginning. I mean, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to know and the steps you need to take, right? So we're going to be having the questions now. And okay, so the first question is, can land without a registered survey be sold?
Okay. Can a land without a registered survey be sold? Of course, a land without a registered survey can be sold. It is left to the buyer. Now, in such situation, it's either there's a court judgment on that land that says, okay, this land has actually this land, the family in charge are actually the rightful owners of that land. So when you want to buy from those families, they will tell you that okay, there's a court that's I mean from these indigenous families. Majority of these lands that we see are actually owned by like, families. Would have passed from like generations to generation. You know, in the beginning, people would just, when they move to a particular place, you just settle down before they call it their own portion of land. So you get like that. So they're not educated to the extent that they would do register survey titles on their land and stuff like that. So yeah. So but then there might be a court judgment on that land that says this land belongs to this so and so person. Sure you get. So you that is the buyer, when you get that kind of land and you want to sell to other people, it is very, very important that you go and do the register survey of that land. If there has not been any like official survey that has been done on the land, it's very, very important that you do register survey on the land. That because you are the buyer to perfect your own title, to say that okay, me that this land that I bought, I perfected my title on the land, and this land, after the beginning of your date of assignment and the that officially transferred to you, I said, okay, that this land is officially mine and I've perfected the title of this land. Do you get the idea now, Rosemary? Rosemary, you can unmute yourself and answer if you actually get what I just explained.
Hi, sorry, I was trying to unmute. Thank you very much for
Rosemary,
that answer. And yes,
okay.
I
All
understand.
right.
Can you hear me?
Thank you very much.
Yes,
So,
I understand. But I want to just
yeah, I can.
clarify also. Do we do that as a company? Like Go Realty, do you guys do like you register your survey before you start selling to give people provisional surveys?
Of course. On every of our property, we have a registered survey. On every property that has, we have a registered survey. Every property have a registered survey. And the plan is that every of our property has certificate of occupancy to CFO. And for now, only one of our properties has that, which is Eden Crescent. The other property, Pinnacle City, is still CFO in view. But every of our property from Choice Farm Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, which is in Abeokuta, to a villa that just got sold out a month ago. About some weeks ago, they have registered survey. To Palm Resort that is currently selling, we have registered survey. To every of our properties, they have the registered survey on it. So if you take the registered survey to the Ministry of Lands, to Land Registry, the people that you see as the official owner of those land is going to be Go, Ruti, and Oaks. So yes, we have registered survey on every of our property. So if you are selling to your client, there's no need for you to panic. Every of our property, they are properly documented. Every document on our properties, they are top notch, they are secure. So when your client wants to conduct a research, they can go and conduct their research and they'll see that Go and Gnomes are the official owner of this property. Did I answer your question well?
Yes, please.
All right, thank you very much, Rosemary. Okay, so to Gani Olamide Emmanuel question, he said, my question is, does every realtor always own a landed property or they buy from people to resell? Okay, as a realtor, it is not very, very much important that you own a property before you sell. So that's why companies like Gority and Nomen exist. We own the property. You come and sell for us. Bring your customers to sell. We've done everything that you need to do, from documentation to verification to everything to save you the stress. We've done everything from you. And I can tell you today that Gority and Nomen is one of the most credible and most trusted real estate companies in Nigeria. Avila farms that got sold out, 50 acres property that got sold out about a week ago, I can tell you for a fact that we were sold out already before we actually went to inspect that property. Imagine selling that 50 acres property that people have not even seen and people bought. So as a realtor, if you don't have the money to start, to like probably say you want to buy property to start reselling, companies like those are not exist for those reasons. So you sell for us, then you gain commission based off this, or based off any sale you are going to be making. And as the bank manager has said, in the last 6 months, we paid over 40 million naira in commission to students who are also realtors, to young professionals who are also realtors. Which is one of the one of them you had speak the other time. So yes, it's not very like it's not important that you own a property as a realtor to sell to other people. You can partner with companies like us, then you sell for us to other people. The second question is that the document is your assignment. Of course, that's why I said it is very important that as a realtor that you're just starting out, find a trusted real estate company to attach yourself with and sell for them, and then you earn commission. Because even though you are selling independently, what you're still going to earn is still going to be commission. It's after you probably connect the buyer to the seller, you also earn a percentage of what you sold, which is basically it. You connect us, which are the seller, to a buyer, and if on any item you sold, any property you sold, or another property you sell, on any product you sell, you are going to get your commission. It is no-brainer. You said, who gives it to who? Is it the ex? Okay, you said the document of deed of agreement survey, etc. Who gives it to who? Is it the ex-owner or the new owner? So yes, when property is transferred from the seller to the buyer, and probably start the survey, it has CFO is going to be given to the next person. Sure, you get like that. So it goes like that from the ex-owner to the new owner. It might not be the original copy, it might probably be a photocopy, but then it's going to, so as I'm giving you deed of assignment, I'm giving you a copy of the register survey, I'm giving you a copy of the CFO. But that's why I said, as a real estate company, we're not going to be giving you or you, your clients, our own register survey. We are going to be giving you the register survey that covers your own plots. Because you're the original owner of that property like that. So you're going to be getting the one that covers your own plot. So Olamide Emmanuel, I think I answered your question. Please unmute yourself and let me know. Olamide Emmanuel.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you very much for.
Did I answer your
Thank
question?
you. Yes,
You said?
that.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, to Excel said, sir,